At the weather now with Alex. Alex, is it going to get light at all today? Or?
Well, yeah, it's so overcast and gloomy out there, isn't it, Angie? It's pretty chilly too. Some misty conditions here in Cambridgeshire, a lot of damp and drizzly weather out there, and stormy weather on the way. Storm Eowyn is expected to sweep in on Friday. We have a yellow weather warning for this part of the country. Some strong winds that could gust up to 55 miles an hour. Also some heavy rain. But for now, despite all that gloom, it's relatively calm. We've got this weather feature to the south. That's produced a lot of cloud. We've seen some outbreaks of rain, but on the whole for the afternoon, it'll just stay overcast, cloudy and chilly. 4 or 5 Celsius our high. Into the afternoon, we still see a few spots of light rain or drizzle in places. And into the evening and overnight, we'll start to see some clear sky, but then we're likely to see some mist and fog patches filling in. So it could become more extensive than last night, and that will take its time to clear first thing tomorrow morning. Overnight lows, we're close to freezing once more, so a chilly one as we start the day tomorrow. So tomorrow we've got these 2 systems. This is the one for tomorrow. This is Storm Eowyn for Friday. That will bring us a spell of rain and the winds will pick up, but we'll start the day after we've lifted the mist and fog out the way. A little bit of brightness perhaps breaking through cloud, 1 or 2 showers, and then that weather system pushing through quite quickly into the afternoon. It should be out into the North Sea, some sharp showers following on behind, but some of that rain could be heavy as it passes through, and also be accompanied by a brisk southerly wind. So some fairly brisk winds into the afternoon, slightly milder air, 7 or 8 degrees for tomorrow, and then it's all eyes west as this area of low pressure moves in, a deepening area of low pressure. These associated weather fronts bringing us a spell of rain, but the real feature and the reason for that yellow weather warning is the strength of the winds that could be quite disruptive, so it's worth staying tuned to the forecast over the next day or 2. It brings in some mild air. It's still going to be a bit blowy into next week, a calmer day expected for Saturday, but certainly looking unsettled into next week. Back to you, Angie.
Thanks, Alex.
In a moment, but after this weather, which is, as I said earlier, miserable and dreary and actually potentially pretty disruptive with the storm coming.
Yes, we've got stormy conditions coming, but yes, you were talking about January blues there, Amelia. Certainly the weather has really not been great, has it, today? Really overcast skies, we've had mist around, and that mist didn't really lift for many of us. We were hoping for a little bit of brightness, but gloomy skies here in Bedfordshire and here in Norfolk looking pretty overcast. But what we've got at the moment is something a little more lively heading our direction, looking pretty cloudy there in Cambridgeshire. Storm Eowyn is sweeping in from the west on Friday, and it is going to bring us some strong winds. So we have a yellow Met Office warning for those strong winds that could be quite disruptive, potentially 55-mile-an-hour gusts for our part of the world. So here we have low pressure at the moment. It's actually relatively calm at the moment. We've got this weather feature to our south, so that's thrown a lot of cloud in our direction. We've also had some light rain or drizzle in places, and that's really how we start the evening and night. Still quite damp out there, a lot of low-level cloud, and where we get any clear spells, we're likely to see some mist and fog patches, perhaps becoming a little more extensive than last night, and again, a chilly night down to freezing. So we start the day tomorrow with this weather front pushing in. It's ahead of the storm, which is still far out in the west, but that will bring us some rain and potentially some fairly strong winds into the afternoon. Mist and fog to lift first thing, then some brighter skies following before the cloud piles in from the west. A band of heavy rain crossing the region. That will clear away to the east, but we could see some fairly sharp showers following on behind. Some brighter skies perhaps for a time, but we'll also notice the strength of the wind already picking up for tomorrow. These are the average wind speeds. Of course, gusts could be higher than that. And actually some slightly milder air, 7 or 8 degrees for tomorrow. So here's Storm Eowyn. It swings into action Thursday night and into Friday. The centre of this deepening area of low pressure across Northern Ireland and into Scotland. But this weather front bringing us some rain and that squeeze on the isobars, showing just how windy it's likely to be here. So we can see some heavy rain Thursday night and into Friday. Should clear eastwards fairly swiftly, but those wind gusts are nudging close to 55 miles an hour for some of us. So certainly that weather warning in force just to warn us of the potential for some disruption associated with that storm. It'll clear away to the east, and then we'll see something a little calmer for Saturday, looking like a brighter but chillier day. And then it's looking pretty unsettled into next week. The wind's picking up once and the chance of some further outbreaks of rain. And then in terms of overnight temperatures, well, it's still pretty chilly out there. We can look at those lows now, and several nights will be close to freezing or down to freezing. So chilly, stormy. We've got it all.
Yeah, it's a busy weather pattern, isn't it? Thank you very much.
Hello, Storm Iowyn is going to bring us some strong winds on Friday. We have a yellow weather warning in force. Wind gusts could approach 60 miles an hour for this part of the country. For now, though, it is relatively calm out there. We've got light winds. We've got a lot of cloud around. Some mist and fog patches are likely to form where we get any clear skies overnight, and another chilly one. Temperatures quite widely down to freezing. So mist and fog will take time to clear first thing tomorrow morning. We've got this weather system ahead of the storm. That is going to bring us a band of rain, and the winds will pick up through the day tomorrow. So once the mist and fog has lifted, we may see some brighter skies, increasing a cloud pushing in from the west, and eventually a band of rain. Some brisk southerly winds for tomorrow as well, but it will be much windier on Friday. Wind gusts, as I say, could be in excess of 55 miles an hour. Certainly looking like a lively day for Friday.